Hello. Thanks so much for being here with me, Tiger Lilith Tarot. Hope everyone's good. We'll be doing a reading for Sagittarius placements. Sagittarius placements, full moon reading for January. We're going to take a look at energies from the past 2 weeks. See what's feeding your soul right now. What your intuition's trying to tell you. Okay. Let's see, Sagittarius. So, right now, what is feeding your soul is walking away from situations that bring you stress, confusion, crisis, leaving you feeling, feeling not supported. And you might even be consulting with other people that you consider, older or wise. Not that you consider older than you, people that are older than you, or that you consider, wise beyond their years. There might be someone that has a lot of wisdom in a certain area that you are, consulting on perhaps, some rocky situations, arguments, confrontations, conflict, things like that have happened the past 2 weeks. The energy that what's feeding you right now feels like taking a big exhale and just kind of cocooning yourself and leaving those situations behind. And it's not leaving those situations behind indefinitely, but you're leaving them behind right now so that you can clear your head and get a better perspective. So it's not this constant battle. The moon is under how to show your authentic self to the world right now. Something very, very mysterious. I feel like what this is saying here, the moon card can be about going through the path, like from the light, walking into the darkness, the area that the moon is not illuminating, but trusting that it will become illuminated on the journey, or trusting that you're not going to fear the darkness that you find on the journey. So I think that's what this is more about, because she's walking from the light into the dark. It's almost like the dark side of the moon, right? Cute little Pink Floyd. We'll see more when we clarify, but I think showing your authentic self to the world might involve showing that you are brave, that you can you can handle the darkness in someone. You don't need to only be shown the light. The devil is under what to clear or release from your life. Any sort of codependent energies, anything that is making you feel bound to it, bound to a person, bound to an item, bound to a situation, bound to expectations. The devil energy, it could symbolize anxiety and depression, right? We can become bound to our own anxious thoughts and stuck in them. So whatever is holding you back from growing is what needs to be released. Again, we're going to clarify. We'll get a little more information. 4 of Pentacles is here under what is your intuition trying to tell you at this time. I feel this is a place where it's like you might feel the rumblings of this coming up. 4 of Pentacles is about holding. 4 of Pentacles would be a very miserly energy. This 4 of Pentacles, it's interesting because he's found balance. It's almost like he's found balance with 2 of them. There's 2 pentacles down here that he's standing on. He's not allowing them into the equation here. It's almost like he knows that they're going to provide an imbalance. And so he's like, no, don't look at these 2 down here. It's almost like he's suppressing them. There's something, maybe Sagittarius, there's something you've been holding on to that there's either things you're holding on to, right? Because this can be the material thing as well. The 4 of Pentacles is kind of a hoarding. can be a hoarding energy. You're holding on to things that aren't serving you anymore. It's almost like you know that they provide imbalance in your life. You know that they bring an imbalanced energy, but you're not addressing it either. I think your intuition is trying to tell you that needs to be addressed. 5 of Wands, what to reflect upon under the light of the moon. Playful competitive energy. The 5 of Wands reminds us that we need that friction of competition to spark us. Right? We can't, if everything is complacency and moving in the same direction, there's nothing that's going to ignite you to move in another direction, to find something new. So it reminds us that we do need some playful competition. Now, that playful competition, when taken too far, can get serious. Maybe that is what has happened in the past 2 weeks, and that's why the 6 of Swords is showing up as the energy that you're feeling empowered by. It's almost like playful arguments, or not even arguments. Like I said, just like a playful banter, playful back and forth got taken too far, and it became serious. And so that's the energy to reflect on, is almost, how did something playful become not playful at all and take on a very serious tone? The 3 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, underlying energy. You're heartbroken about something, Sagittarius. Something is causing you a lot of pain. There's forgiveness that needs to be found as well with the 3 of Swords. Right? Forgiveness is kind of the answer with the 3 of Swords. Answer, if you will. But it's, forgiving yourself more than anything, and then hopefully, being able to extend that forgiveness to the other person, people that hurt you, what have you. All right, let's see. 6 of Swords. Let's clarify 6 of Swords. What energy is feeding Sagittarius' soul right now? Too many cards. Okay. Let's see. Sagittarius. What energy is feeding Sagittarius' soul right now? A lot of cards trying to jump out, but nothing is... Oh, there we go. Okay, 6 of Swords with the Sun. Lovely, Sagittarius. So you're really taking this break to look at things from an optimistic point, what's going to empower you, what's going to make you, feel that feeling of the sunshine on your face, of growth, right? In this card, we have the sunflowers down here that are growing in different, in different levels. But the sun is giving the energy, is energizing and empowering that growth, the optimism, something bright. And I don't want to say a new beginning with the sun, because it's not a new beginning, but it is a sense of bringing a new energy into this 6 of Swords situation. It's bringing optimism and brightness, which tells me that before there was not. So very nice. You're taking the time, and it looks like getting a new perspective is helping you feel really empowered and bright about the future. Okay, the moon is clarified by the 8 of Cups. Well, I like this because a lot of times the 8 of Cups and the moon can look visually similar. They are similar cards. We have the moon very prominent in this card up here. So your authentic self right now, Sagittarius, is you're finding empowerment to walk away from emotional situations that were causing you to feel a heavy weight. Nothing was bringing you satisfaction though in these situations. It was a lot of I feel there was a lot of you giving and giving emotionally and not getting those emotions back. The moon is a card of emotions, right? 8 of Cups, the cups are emotions. That's why the devil is here. It is a codependent. I feel intuitively that it is codependence more than hanging on to material items. It could be both. It's interesting that we have, the holding on to the material here and the acknowledging, how to show your authentic self, the acknowledging of the emotions. So your emotions are how to show your authentic self. That you're not afraid. I just really get this strong message that there's a fearlessness that I think is part of your authentic self that maybe you haven't been showing to the world. And that you might, maybe that's what was causing these conflicts that you had to walk away from as well. It's not only this playful energy, but you're not, it's like something dimmed your light when it came to what makes you what's part of you, which is being fearless and going on the adventure, moving to the dark without being afraid of what you're going to find. So try and get that, empowering energy back. You are. Okay, let's see. The devil is clarified, interesting, by the 3 of Pentacles. So we have the 3 of Pentacles clarifying the devil, the 4 of Pentacles right below you. On what to release. You've been trying to work with other people. You've been trying so hard, Sagittarius, to work with others, to bring different kinds of energies together and unify them, and it's not been working out. It's time to clear that energy out of your life. It's like you've wanted to feel emotionally understood or emotionally more connected, and by doing so, it's like you gave and gave and gave in the emotion department and still didn't get anything back, and it created the devil, it created a codependence of sorts where you were providing this emotional support and another person is just taking it, or multiple people. It could be 2 other people, could be more, but it's definitely not just one energy that you've been trying to get to work together, to get to learn from each other too. Feel like, Sagittarius, you had a really altruistic intention that just went really awry the past 2 weeks. Something the past 2 weeks, like you really wanted to bring energies together so they could work together, and it went south. All right. 4 of Pentacles here. Let's clarify the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. 4 of Pentacles with the Messenger of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands in the traditional deck here. You want to move towards something. You want to move towards a few things. This is funny because the 4 of Pentacles is that holding on energy very tightly, and the Messenger of Wands, the Knight of Wands, is moving in whatever direction he wants to move in. He is not held back by anything. He's almost on the extreme. The Messenger of Wands can be overly confident and start getting into his ego. But I feel like that's the energy that you need to embody right now, because there's such 2 extremely different energies that, like, finding the middle is what's going to balance it out. So maybe take on what might feel like an overconfident energy to you right now. I don't think is going to be perceived or feel as overly confident. It feels like you've kind of been in hiding a little bit the past 2 weeks. Something, like I said, energies didn't come together the way that you wanted. Okay, so the Messenger of Wands. So yeah, your intuition is trying to tell you that you want to be that spontaneous, kind of a more carefree energy, right? This is a Sagittarius, Aries, Leo card. So it's that fire energy below that's trying to show itself to you. Okay, let's see. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is clarified by the Page of Swords. Okay, under what to reflect upon. Page, Seeker of Swords in this deck, Page of Swords. Traditional deck. Five of Wands, Page of Swords. Page of Swords is very curious. There's a curiosity of the Page of Swords, trying to gather information. But I think of the Page of Swords as kind of an idealistic energy, kind of always searching for the best way to do it. How is ideal? Ideal. It's almost like by trying, Five of Wands, by trying so hard to keep this energy playful, to remain in like a playful competitive energy, by trying so hard to have it ideal, when it started going awry and looking not the way you wanted it to look, as opposed to just accepting, like, okay, well, that little banter, didn't work out. That, I'm not saying that, this is minimizing it, but like that joke didn't land. It is that same feeling of where you were trying to be playful, but it was misinterpreted as something else. But I think going with the flow a little more and understanding that those things, that's going to happen because there are other energies involved, and it's not always going to go as planned or to go in an ideal way, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that all hope is lost. I think that's what to reflect upon. Eight of Wands at the bottom of this deck. You want to feel supported right now. I think you're looking for support, Sagittarius, but this support when it comes to heartbreak and pain, it's almost like you're looking for support when it comes to forgiveness. Maybe you're feeling on your own in this heartbreak. The other person isn't acknowledging the heartbreak as much as you are, so you're feeling like you need more support when it comes to it. All right, Sagittarius, this is what I have for you. Hope it resonated. If it did, please like, subscribe, talk to me in the comments. I'd be so happy to hear from you. Otherwise, take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.